Bill and Ted.
The toaster and featuring Bill and Ted.
One day, Ted was in Sunnyside Yard playing with his pet Big Boy. Bill, however, was not amused.
Bill,
Yes, Ted?
would you like to play with us?
Nah, I'm too busy thinking it through.
So Ted continued playing with his Big Boy. Then he made a mistake.
Here, big boy, you go bang those coaches over there.
And so he did.
Uh-oh. Big boy! Big boy! Big boy! Stop! Stop!
But Big Boy didn't respond.
Ted, you useless sausage! You made Big Boy derail the coaches and damage them!
Ted was devastated. He knew what this meant. Later, the controller arrived. Ted, you and your pet Big Boy have caused confusion and delay. You've damaged the coach and now have to cancel the train they were going to be used for. So what pathetic excuse do you have for me this time, eh? That's what I thought. As punishment, you're going to pay to fix the coaches or else you'll be sent to work for SEPTA.
No!
Then be more responsible next time. And he left the yard furiously.
Well, that escalated quickly.
No kidding, Ted. You shouldn't have told your pet Big Boy to do that, you know.
Except now I'm broke. I spent so much money on Big Boy, but I'm completely out to pay for repairs for the coaches.
Well, you're the one who spent my money, may I remind you, on that Big Boy. So I'm the one who's broke, not you. You know what? You can just go bleep bloop yourself for all I care at this point.
Can you just stop being so full of yourself, Bill? And help me save myself from working from a sausage service that is SEPTA?
Fine! Only because you're my brother and I care about you.
Yay! Oh, I knew I could count on you, Bill.
Don't get used to it. Anyway, I just so happen to have a plan. So here's what we're gonna do.
It was almost the end of a busy day in Sunnyside Yard, but Bill was telling Ted his plan.
Bill?
Yes, Ted?
So let me get this straight. You want us to go to the yard in Philadelphia at midnight, steal a train of SEPTA coaches, and then take them to Hoboken Harbor, where they'll be shipped to the UK and sold to version trains.
Yep, it's foolproof, so what do you think?
I think it's a great plan. Something the fans will certainly enjoy.
Oi! No fourth wall breaking.
Can Big Boy come too?
Well, we'll need his company in case any policemen or guards come after us, so as long as you can control him properly, yes, he can come.
Yay! That makes this so much better.
After that, Bill and Ted pretended to go to sleep. At midnight, the time came.
Alright, Ted. Coast is clear. Be as quiet as possible.
Right then. Come on, Big Boy. It's adventure time!
Keep it down!
And they left the yard without a trace. A little over an hour later, they arrived near Philadelphia 30th Street Station, but stopped just before the interlocking to check for any guards that might be blocking the way towards the yard.
Okay, so that's the last one leaving. We'll have to be quick now.
They creeped into the yard. There was a long line of septic cookies which were conveniently coupled up together.
Okay, Ted, now couple up Big Boy to the front of the train.
Right then. Okay, I'll couple it up.
Oi, keep it down, I said! Anyways, let's get the heck out of here before someone sees us.
They left the yard just in time. Is that train supposed to be pulling out at this time? It looks suspicious, but I suggest we just let the boy deal with that one. Plus, you know that we're in it purely for money. Right there, brother. Soon, they were storming down the line at a very fast rate. When they got to Trenton, they decided to give Big Boy a break after going so fast.
We're going good so far. As long as no one sees us, we should be fine.
Yes, indeed.
Then, they heard a noise.
Was that you, Bill?
Do you think I make steam engine noises like that, Ted?
Oh dear, where are we now?
Uh-oh. Bill? Bill, can you say something? Bill? Bill, are you okay? Bill, snap out of it!
Ha ha ha! I'm alright.
Ew, I thought you were frozen.
So what exactly is happening right now?
I think the better question is, why are you here and not on Sodor?
Well, I was sleeping on the end of this train in preparation for the upcoming special featuring me, Tim Tom, and Bang Coaches.
No one told me about this.
It was meant to be a surprise for you all, but now it's spoiled because of you silly engines.
Actually, I was looking out for our engine. Thankfully, there's rarely anyone out tonight.
Oh, never mind then.
But now we're in a pickle, and we need to sell these coaches to diversion trains overseas.
But these coaches were specially set up for the special.
Don't worry, Percy. Syrup will use the backup coaches for your silly special. Plus, we're most certainly not doing this all over again just for a special. Hey, I had to make that joke at some point. Anyways, we need to go back to Philadelphia 30th Street Station before we get into trouble.
But I can't make it back to Philadelphia with so little coal and water. I really need to tag along with you or else I'll be seen for sure. And then the controller will be very cross.
Fine! But make sure no one sees you.
Okay.
Looks like Big Boy's done with his rest. On to Hoboken!
And they continued on their journey. Soon they made it to Hudson Yard, where they took another quick break. Then they were surrounded by an unknown CSX engine.
Bill? Who is that?
No idea, but I hope it's someone nice to say the least.
Hello there. My name is Brian.
What do you want?
I know you guys are in a real pickle right now, and I want help.
Help? How exactly?
I know that you're about to do something with these coaches.
Yes, we want to sell the diversion trains and make some money to pay our controller so he could invest in fixing the coaches that were banged by.
Yes, I know that part. I was driving by the yard when I saw your controller yelling furiously at you. If he were my controller, ooh, I'd put him in his place. Anyways, follow me.
And so they followed Brian to the harbor next to Hoboken Terminal.
We'll load the coaches onto a ship that's coming by later. Here's the money which I have in this caboose. I hear that Virgin are in need of some new coaches after the air conditioners on one of their HST sets failed.
Thank you very much for your help, Brian. You mean the world to us.
Yes, indeed. We'll pay you back after this.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm always willing to help out someone in need.
So Brian took the coaches and gave Bill and Ted the money. Then they set back off to Sunnyside Yard. When they got back, it was 4 o'clock in the morning.
Finally, we're back with the money. And Big Boy, we should be safe from the controller now.
I hope so.
And Percy, you'll need to hide behind those coaches for a day where no one can see you. I'll take you back to Philadelphia tonight when no one is around. Big Boy will be on guard keeping you protected all day today.
Okay.
Now let's get some sleep. I'm exhausted.
And so they went to sleep. Next morning, when it was time to wake up, Bill and Ted were very tired from the events of last night.
Bill,
Yes, Ted?
you sure you will be able to do our work today?
Sure, after a nice relaxing wash down.
When Bill finished his wash down, the controller came up. Good morning, engines. It's time for today's work.
Hey, sir,
Yes, Ted?
I have your money.
Really? But it's only been one night since the incident happened.
Well, it's right here in this caboose. All the money you need to fix the broken coaches.
The controller looked into the caboose. I see. Well done, Ted.
Thank you, sir.
Then, the controller made a speech to all the engines. I have some very bad news. This was originally going to be a surprise for you all, but something terrible has happened overnight in Philadelphia. A special train has been stolen from the yard there, and the same can be said about a small green tank engine called Percy. Ted gulped. If the controller found out it was him, he'd be in trouble for sure. If any of you find the stolen train along with Percy, tell the control team we'll send out Roger to collect them. But there was no need to do that. Who just burped? None of the other engines said anything. It wasn't any of them. Then Percy made a huge mistake. It was me, sir! Percy, what are you doing here?
Bill, what do we do now?
Run away! Run from the sausage!
Oh, no you don't. Roger, seize them! And so Bill, Ted, and Big Boy ran away as fast as they possibly could. They raced down the main line as fast as they could. This is the police! Slow down in the name of the law!
No way!
Then I'll have to deploy my stinger. Big Boy heard this, and he got in the way of Roger. Just as Roger deployed his stinger, Big Boy got in his way. Roger missed, and instead of throwing the stinger towards Bill and Ted, it switched the planes right into the buffers. Oh no! The trio continued to race down the line, then Bill remembered something.
Quick! Switch off to the coastline!
And so they did. They got to the next station and then stopped to rest.
Okay, I think we got away.
Good.
Right? Okay, let's find a sign where we can stay until the coast is clear.
And so they did. Soon they discovered a siding where no one could see them.
Quick! Into the siding!
They got in just in time. Do I smell steam engine?
Right. We'll stay here until the rush hour is over. Then we'll make our way to Bay Head, where we'll stay for the day.
Okay then.
Wait, what? Percy! Why are you following us?
Because the controller will get mad at me too, and I don't even want to know how else he'll react.
Percy will just have to team up with us.
Oh my god. Fine! But Percy, you must promise not to screw up our plan again.
Okay,
You say, okay, a lot.
okay.
Uh,
After nearly 3 long hours of waiting, they made their way to Bayhead at the end of the line.
We'll stay in this yard and behind some of these coaches until midnight. Then we'll head to Morrisville Yard. In the meanwhile, I'll come up with a plan of what we'll do next.
until midnight.
Yes, Ted. If we don't want to get caught and sent for scrap, we must stay here.
Rawr!
Bill, Ted, Big Boy, and Percy had stayed in the yard all day long. Thankfully, they were hidden well, and somehow nobody questioned what was going on. But they were very bored, and time went by very slowly. It was the longest day of their lives. When midnight finally came, they made their way to Morrisville Yard. Like the night before, there was barely anyone else, so they were mostly safe. It was 1 a.m. when they arrived at the yard. Bill had thought up of a plan on the way.
Bill,
Yes, Ted?
so what do we do next?
Well, now that we're finally in a safe spot for now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to repaint ourselves and Percy syrup into different paint skins to disguise ourselves. Then we're heading off to the East Coast main line in Britain so we can escape this whole mess.
Ooh, can I be painted red like bang coaches?
Well, as much as I'd want to be painted red too, we would look too suspicious for sure, so we're going to have to be painted to accept the paint schemes. And Percy will have to be painted blue to look like Tim Tom.
Bother!
And thankfully, I've stolen these paint cans from Bayhead, which just so happen to contain the colors of Septa and Thomas.
What about Big Boy?
Well, since Big Boy is so intimidating and big, hence the name, he can protect us from any soldiers that might try to ruin our plans, so he won't need to be repainted.
Good. I'm sure he likes being black anyways.
Anyways, let's go inside the shed and get started.
And so Bill, Ted, and Percy went into the shed and were painted to the new colors. After some hours of painting and drying later, they were ready.
Bill,
Yes, Ted?
how do I look?
You look like a sausage that was baked horribly on a grill.
Your mother!
And now I can be my best friend Tim Tom!
Okay, whatever, Percy Syrup. Anyway, so here's the next part of the plan. I've contacted Brighton. He's ready to help us again. He's prepared a ship that'll take us to harbor near Brighton. Big Boy will help us along the third rail lines as we make our way towards London's King's Cross.
King's Cross, London's Houston. Everybody knows that.
Oi! This isn't time for playing games, Ted. Anyways, it's just after rush hour, so Big Boy will lead the crowd in case anyone tries to capture us.
They got into formation and then prepared to head for Hoboken.
Right then, off we go, Big Boy!
And they set off. But when they got to Trenton, they were already met up with trouble. Roger was there talking to Jeff, and then he noticed Big Boy. Oi, you! Get over here! But Roger wasn't thinking. He shot forward into Big Boy, but Big Boy derailed him. Oi, get back here, you silly sausages! Oh, bother, my radio is broken. Silence, Jeff. This isn't the time for laughing. But Roger could do nothing.
That was a close one. Big Boy, you alright?
I guess he's alright.
And so they continued on. At last they arrived at Hoboken. Brian was there waiting.
Hello again. I see that you're heading to England.
Yes, we are. We're in an even bigger pickle now. Percy's has revealed himself.
Not to worry. My team will be on hand on this ship to protect you from any more problems.
Thank you so much again, Brian.
Yes, indeed.
Don't mention it.
And so Bill, Ted, Big Boy, and Percy were loaded onto the ship, and they set off for Britain.
Bon voyage. Have a safe trip.
After a few days of traveling, the 4 engines finally arrived in Britain.
Bill,
Yes, Ted?
we're finally here at Littlehampton Harbor.
They pulled up next to the dock. The crane there unloaded the 4 engines.
Ah, yes. It feels good to finally touch the rails again.
Then an engine pulled up.
Hello there, my name's Craig. I'm a friend of Brian and here to help you out.
Pleased to meet you, Craig. Wait a minute. Why are the SEPTA coaches over there still?
Oh, those coaches. They're still sitting here in the siding because none of the engines that work on this line have the right couplers. We figured that we'd leave them here until you arrived as you have the correct couplers.
Right then, we're all unloaded.
Good. Now let's get into formation so we can make our way to London.
They soon got into formation. Big Boy was on one end while Percy was on the other so they could go backwards or forwards while making their way.
I've contacted the signalmen so they know about this train, so you won't have to worry about directions. All you need to do is get to Brighton, then go down to the Brighton main line to the South London
Blah,
network.
blah, 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 blah.
You want to get to London or not?
Yes, Ted. You better know the way unless you want to get stuck here all day.
I hate listening directions.
Anyways, you'll want to make your way through the South London network via New Cross, gate up to St. Pancras, where there will be some switches that will put you down a track to the East Coast main line, and then you'll be at your final destination.
Okay. And they set off. Not too long after, they made it to Brighton. This is the place where Tiptown was built way back in the day.
Interesting.
The lines were nice and fast, and Big Boy was able to reach his top speed. He was finally having the time of his life.
Wow, look at this place. It's amazing. Look at all these trains I could roast. Hey, you over there. You're too slow.
Yo, mama! You will die!
Finally! We're here on the East Coast main line. The air here in Britain just feels wonderful.
Then the controller Britain arrived. Hello there, my name is Mr. Perkins, the man in charge of the East Coast main line of Britain.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Perkins. My name is Ted.
I know very well who you are, and I'm happy to finally receive my new rolling stock. I'll mainly be using Bill and Ted in these coaches, as I'll need you two to fill in for one of our HST sets, which is currently under repairs. As for Big Boy and Percy, I'll decide later what to do with them.
So, when's our first train?
Well, considering that you just got here, you'll be taking the first express train tomorrow from King's Cross to Newcastle and back. Right now, my cleaning team will check through the coaches and make sure they are suitable for service.
Will we be repainted into the colors of version trains?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have the money or time at this moment, so for right now, you'll have Virgin logos slapped onto you two on the coaches.
Baba.
Haha. Well, in the meantime, you can relax in the yard and meet some of the other express engines that run this line. Sometime later, a train pulled up.
Hello there, my name is Bill. I'm from America, and this is my annoying brother Ted.
Silence!
I have to say, I'm a big fan of you HSTs.
Is that so? Well, in that case, you'll find yourself at home on this line. I'm only one of the many HSTs that run this route alone. You won't believe how many of us are still in service in all of Britain.
I have a question for you.
Yes?
What is your first name?
My name is Jeff. Ha, nah, I'm just kidding. My name is Vixen, but my friends call me Hammerhead.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Hammerhead.
Indeed. I knew it would finally be my chance to meet an HST in real life. I've met one on my very first day.
And so Bill, Ted, and Hammerhead continued to chat on until they went to sleep. Next morning, it was time for Bill and Ted's first train. Good morning, Bill and Ted. Are you ready for your first train on the East Coast main line?
Indeed! I've been waiting for this moment ever since I left America.
I'm excited too. I've seen many cool things here in Britain so far, and I'm looking forward to what I'll see today. And Trigger.
Good to hear. My cleaning team have went through your coaches and they are now ready for service. While they're the most luxurious things in the world, they'll do for the job. Also, I put some Virgin logos on the coaches and you two as well.
Ooh, Virgin logos. I'm officially working for Virgin trains now.
Indeed you are.
How do I look, Bill?
You look like a sausage that was baked horribly on a grill with some logos slapped on it. Well, anyways, it's time for our first train.
Indeed. So one of you will need to be at the end of the 10 coaches. Then you can pull up to King's Cross Station.
King's Cross, London's Houston. Everybody knows that.
Oi! Overused joke is overused!
You got that, Ted?
Yes, I did, sir.
Good. For this run, all the points will be set accordingly, so you don't need to worry about getting lost. All you need to remember are your station stops.
Right. You ready, Ted?
Indeed. Make sure not to overlap the platform.
So they got into formation and head over to the station. There were lots of people on the platform waiting for their train.
We've got a full load today, so let's show these passengers what we American engines can do.
When all the passengers got in, the doors closed and they were off. It wasn't long until they got to line speed. They flashed by many stations along the line. Not long after, they arrived at their first stop at Stevenage.
Looks like the passengers walking wearily isn't any different to the ones back home.
The doors closed and they set off once again. The trip was uneventful and everything was going well. A few hours later, they arrived in Newcastle.
Yay! Our final destination.
Okay, Ted. So now you'll be leading the train back to King's Cross. Make sure not to mess this up like you always do.
Shut up, Bill.
10 minutes later, they left the station and were back off to London. Ted was now the leader, and he was having a great time. Soon they came up to Stevenage once again, where Ted made a mistake.
Are we supposed to stop here?
Oh my god! Yes, Ted!
Oh no!
And Ted overran the station. They reversed back up to the station. Eventually, everyone had gone on and off the train.
Silly Ted, now we're gonna be late!
Soon, they came close to London.
We're almost there. I can sniff the London air.
They arrived right on time. Well done on your first run. I see you were able to make up for the lost time despite forgetting to stop at that station.
Thank you, sir. It was Bill's fault.
Haha. Your next train is in a little while, so you can idle here while you wait.
Alrighty then.
That, my daughter, is an AM7 from America.
Is it electric?
Bullsh! Hey, Mr. HST Engine, can you show us your secret to going so fast?
No!
Look, Bill, it's Doncaster.
Yeah, I've been here before.
What?
Yeah, long story.
Bill,
Yes, Ted?
so what do you think of Britain so far?
Well, Britain sure has been very fun and oh my god, is that Pioneer tank engine?
Hey, Ted, come look at this. What is it, Bill?
It's Bill and Ted, the Pioneer tank engines.
Yes, we're Bill and Ted, and we're still running away from Big Daddy Diesel. Big Daddy Diesel. There's that voice in my head again.
Well, we're Bill and Ted for Toaster Engine.
Oh my god. What's wrong, Ted? Ted?
Ooh, look at the stars of Britain. Aren't they just beautiful?
Then Mr. Perkins walked up. Hello, Bill and Ted. How was your day today?
It went very well, despite the fact that Bill was supposed to remind me to stop.
Yes. Well, we even met Bill and Ted, the Pioneer tank engines.
Good to know. Will I be doing anything tomorrow? I'm glad you asked. You'll be taking some trucks to Whalen up the line. Then you'll be working there for the day, shunting other trucks that need to be sorted. It'll give our other shunter there a day off, as he's been working hard lately. Yay!
Oh, forgot. What about Big Boy?
I'll also have a job for Big Boy as well. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but he might be taking a train of crates to York in a few days.
Yay! Ha! That's what you get, Bill.
And with that,
Ted?
Mr. Perkins left. It was a new day on the East Coast mainland in Britain, and today Percy would get a job. Mr. Perkins walked up. Good morning, engines. Today is Percy's first job. Yay! Today, Percy, you'll be taking a train of coal to Whalewood, not too far down the line, as I said yesterday. Okay.
What about us?
You'll be having the same job as yesterday, pulling and pushing the express.
Right, sir.
Anyways, I'm off to make some arrangements. Have a good day, everyone. And he left. All right, time to get to work. And Percy went to fetch his trucks. Come on, trucks, no nonsense.
We'll give him some nonsense!
Then Percy saw a notice ahead. Percy, you must go whoosh and crash. Right!
Help! Help!
The trucks cried. The man on duty went outside and saw Percy with his shovel. Then the controller of the yard arrived. What were you thinking, wishing like that? That's what you did back in 2011. I guess you forgot what you learned that day. Did not pay attention to these signs like that. Honestly, these silly steam engines these days. Percy looked at his buffers. He didn't know what to say. Later that day, he was put onto the rescue train and was taken to the repair shed. When he got there, he saw the agency set that was currently under repairs. One of the agents wanted to talk to him.
Hello there, Tank Engine. I see you've got yourself into quite a predicament.
Percy sighed. He wondered what would happen next.
Don't worry. You're lucky that you're still in one piece.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure. I went pretty fast into that brake van.
Then the repairman came up and checked him over. This engine should consider himself lucky. He only has a few scratches on him, but he's still in good working order somehow. All he needs is a new coat of paint and a clean up here and there, and then he should be fine.
Well, look at that. Luck has kept you in good condition.
Well, it's good to still be really useful. By the way, what's your name?
My name is Steve. I've been stuck here for a while waiting for new air conditioners to be fixed or replaced. Thankfully, Bill and Ted are here to help out with the traffic.
Indeed.
Then Mr. Perkins walked up. There you are, Percy. I am very disappointed with your behavior today. You have caused some delay and confusion.
Sorry, sir.
I've contacted your controller on Sodor, and he really needs you back there. As soon as your repairs have been completed, you'll be going back there straight away.
Okay.
And so after the events of that day, Percy once again learned to never listen to strange signs ever again. It was a new day on the East Coast mainland in Britain. However, today would be a new adventure for Ted. Mr. Perkins came to see the two engines and told them the news. Hello, Ted. I have a very important job for you today.
An important job? What is it? Please don't be a special.
Haha. Today you'll be taking a train of crates from Bounds Green to York. You'll need Big Boy to help you as the train is long and heavy.
Yay, I get to do a job. Besides a special with Big Boy.
But sir, what about our express?
Well, one of the cleaners told me that there was a cab car amongst the consist of SEPTA coaches. I think his name was Joe or something.
Joe?
Don't you mean me?
Oh, that Joe.
Yes, indeed. So you, Bill, will be leading the train to Newcastle, and Joe can lead the train back here. Anyways, Ted, you and Big Boy will need to head there right now. These crates need to be there in 3 hours' time.
Right then. Come on, Big Boy. It's time for a new adventure without that idiot Bill next to me.
When they got to Bounds Green, they were amazed.
Wow! Look at this long line of cars.
Hello, you two. I am the controller of the yard. I need you two to be at the front of the train, and there will be a brake van at the back.
Right, yes sir.
Then the shunter noticed the problem. Big Boy has the wrong coupler.
What? Are you kidding me?
Wait a minute. Are you pressing Control F and C?
What?
Let me try. There we go. Works every time.
I'm not so sure about this.
There you go, Ted. You're all set.
Thank you, sir. Time to go, Big Boy.
They soon got to York.
Thank goodness this trip is over.
Then they had a bad encounter.
Halt!
Ah!
Who goes there?
Hello? Am I in the right place?
Yes, you are. But I've never seen an engine like you before. So before I let you go, you must answer a very important question.
Question? What question?
Who goes there? Meaning, who are you?
Oh, I'm Ted.
Ted? Who's Ted? Ted! You're Ted! Well, I don't know who Ted is. Why should I simply let this Ted hurry on his way? Ted! You're Ted! Speak up now, I'm asking you. Who's Ted? What's Ted? What you've got to say?
I'm Ted. I'm a toaster engine. I'm from a place called America. I'm here at this good store where these Christs are meant to go. I don't know why I'm stopped here, apart from the thing you dropped here. So if you could lift it up again. Oh, what do you want to know?
He's lost, and Ted is his name. He wanted to be a part now, it's only himself to blame.
Ted! Who's Ted? I've never heard of Ted. You're me! I know! You're me! That's true! I'm talking to myself. No, Ted. Little Ted. You say that's what your name is, but I still don't know who you are, so tell me something else.
I'm Ted. I'm a toaster engine, and some would say I'm rubbish, but I'm now proving that I'm better at everything.
Yeah!
But I was stuck in America, where it's the same old railroad, and I'm here in Britain because what has just occurred.
He's lost, he'll have to tell his boss. If he doesn't get the mailman, then the controller will be cross.
So many places you could go. So many things to see. And like the birds up in the sky, an engine's life is free. So engines always rush about. They never like to wait. They always have some reason, like they're late, or late, or late. But if you like to travel on, you must do something more. You'll have to tell me something new I've never heard before.
Something new?
Something new!
Does it have to be true?
It has to be true.
The trucks were so amused by all that was going on that they couldn't stop laughing.
Shut up, you trucks. I'm right here where I'm meant to be.
Don't think too hard.
You'll bust your motor.
Poor Ted in Britain, and no one even knows his name.
That's it. I'm Ted. I'm Ted, but you never heard of Ted.
No, I've never heard of Ted.
That's my name, it's true. I'm Ted. I'm Ted. If you never heard of me, when I went and said I'm Ted, I'm telling you something new.
Something new?
And having told you that I think we're through.
Hey, come back! My name's Reginald, by the way. Thanks for asking.
Man, that crane is crazy. Here's your delivery, sir.
Thank you, Ted. Never mind Reginald. He's always singing that song to try and get Angel to be his friend.
Indeed. He sounds desperate. Anyways, see you later.
Later, when they got back to the yard, they saw Hammerhead resting in the siding.
Hello, Hammerhead. I just got back from taking the crates train to York.
Oh dear, did you meet up with that Reginald?
Yes, I did, and sang that stupid song.
Oh man, that guy is crazy.
Yes, indeed he is.
And so the two engines continued each other until they had to take their next trains. Bill and Ted had been in Britain for a month now. They met a lot of new engines and have seen lots of new places, but they were beginning to miss their home back in America, and the same can be said about Big Boy. However, that day came soon. One evening after a busy day at work, Mr. Perkins walked up to the engines and made the announcement. Good evening, Bill and Ted. I have a very special announcement to make to you.
Oh no, what is that?
A new CEO was just hired for Amtrak, meaning that there's also a new controller for the Northeast Corridor. And this new controller wants you back straight away. Therefore, you will be going back to America the same way you came here.
But I'm gonna miss Britain.
I can understand, Bill.
Does he want Big Boy and the coaches back too, including Joe?
Well, that's your decision whether you want to bring Big Boy back or not, considering he's your, pet, I suppose. But I don't see why you wouldn't want to bring him back anyways. As for the Septic coaches, well, right now this new controller's top priority is getting you back to America, meaning that the Septic coaches can stay here until further notice.
And what about Percy Syrup?
Well, actually, Percy was recently sent back to Sodor, so no worries about him.
So that's why I haven't seen him lately. Well, if he's safely back on CERN, then that's fine by me.
So, when do we go back home?
You'll be heading back to Little Hampton first thing in the morning.
Right, Vince. So, are you ready, Big Boy?
Right. I think he's ready.
Good. Well, in that case, I'll see you in the morning for one final time in a while.
I'm gonna miss Brennan so much.
Me too. But at least we got to explore a completely new place and railroad.
Indeed.
Next morning there were heavy rains, but Big Boy was eager to go.
Patience, Big Boy. We'll be leaving soon.
Then Mr. Perkins walked up. Good morning, Bill and Ted. I see you're already in formation. Are you ready to go back home?
I guess.
Good. Well, it was fun having you on this railway. Maybe you can come back sometime.
Indeed. Except for Bill.
Oi!
And so Mr. Perkins left.
It's going to be weird for Big Boy going backwards, so I'll keep an eye on him.
Alright then. At least we don't have to deal with a train of 10 coaches this time.
Then Hammerhead pulled up. Hello there, Bill and Ted.
Hammerhead, my dear friend the HST.
Yes, indeed. It was fun meeting you, Bill. Have a safe trip back to America, and I hope to go there someday as well.
You ready, Big Boy?
Goodbye, Bill and Ted.
Goodbye, Hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
And goodbye, Brennan.
It was raining hard, but the three Rangers pushed through all the way to Little Hampton.
Hello again. I see you're heading back now.
Indeed.
No worries. Mr. Crane here will load you on board.
And sometime later, they were ready to go.
Bon voyage. Have a safe trip.
Now I'm having chills when we left America.
But they didn't have to worry any longer as they would soon be back home. Some days later, they arrived back at Hoboken Harbor. Brian was there to assist the Crane there.
Hello again. Nice to see you back after a while. How's Britain?
Very interesting, to say the least.
There was so much to see and trains to trigger.
Interesting. Well, let's not ramble about it too much. The new controller wants you back at Sunnyside Yard straight away.
Once again, they got into formation and set off back to Sunnyside Yard. They returned there to find a big welcome from all the engines and the new controller. Hello, Bill and Ted. My name is Charles. I am the new controller of the Northeast Corridor. After I found about your escape from here, I decided I had no choice but to bring you back to the line where you were truly meant to be.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Being in Britain was fun, but I'm so glad to finally be back where I belong.
Same here.
That's quite the big boy you have there.
Yep, he's my big boy, but I spent.
I can see that. Well, now that you're finally back here, let's get you repainted back into Phase 5 to get rid of that silly septic paint job.
Actually, Charles, to celebrate the fact that I'm back on the Northeast Corridor, can I be painted into Phase 4? I really like that job. It'll take me back to the 1990s.
Ooh. And I'd like to be painted in Phase 3, please. Just like the good old days.
Very well, if that is what you wish. Plus, now that I think of it, it would be a great idea to bring back what Amtrak used to look like on the two most important tow strangers on the line.
Yay!
And sometime later, they were painted into the colors that they were once in long time ago.
Oh, what an adventure this has all been.
Yes, indeed. You know, now that I think of it, what was the whole point of this repaint into septa?
What do you mean? It saved us from being caught.
Well, not really, considering that we were with Big Boy and Percy Syrup when we escaped.
Oh. Well, who really cares anyway? We had a fun adventure nevertheless.
Yes, indeed, and I promise never to ask Big Boy to bang the coaches ever again.
Did somebody mention my name?
Late end.